Hello and welcome to Design. Can you believe it? We're actually at Criterion D. We're nearly finishing this project. We've got 1 week to go, but we still got quite a lot to do. We're still at home. Even though the Dutch government said we should be in school, we kind of stayed at home. But maybe some of you are watching this in school, but who knows? We're still in lockdown. Let me just let you know what I've been up to. Look at what I've been making. These things are called pickled eggs. They're kind of a British thing. Most Dutch people just hate them, but all they are is boiled eggs in vinegar. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. Let me know in the comments if you want me to bring them to school so you can try them, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Let me know if you hate them as well. So, all right, we're going to get straight on with the lesson. As I said, it's the final thing we're going to be doing, Criterion D. We've got a lot to do, so pay attention. Make sure you listen to this and you split up this evenly in your group. Okay, so evaluating, these are the rubrics that we have to do, or the strands that we have to do in the rubric, and there's quite a lot here. So I'm just going to explain in detail what we're going to do, but check this out. You can, if you're watching this on video, you can check this out, go back to it, and this PowerPoint's available in Magister. Okay, so the first one looks like a lot of information, but it's not that bad. What it says is that you need to describe detailed and relevant testing methods. So you basically need to test your product. Now, how do we do that? You've made something that you're trying to influence people with. You're trying to let them know about something important. So really, what you want to do is show your video to people and say, did they understand it? What did they think about it? And so what I'm going to ask you to do is make a questionnaire and ask them some questions. So it says here, ask 10 people, and that's your target audience. If you've made it for 15-year-olds or maybe adults, try and get those people to answer it. Maybe send it via email to some aunties, that type of stuff, and let us know what they found of it. And it says here, try to show your product to as many different people as possible. So what I'm going to ask you to do is make a questionnaire. It says here, very simple things. Did you find the campaign interesting? That can be yes or no questions. But you can also do something that you can make it a bit more interesting. Look at this. They could answer not at all interesting, extremely interesting, moderately interesting. Now that's something called a Likert scale. So what I'd like you to do is come up with about 5 or 6 questions that you can ask people, and then ask them to give these kind of different answers so they don't have to give a yes or no answer. Yeah? And then once you've done that, try and create some kind of graph so that we can see what the results are. Okay, the next thing, this is kind of a little bit easier because you've done this already. It says explain the success of the solution against the design specification. Now what you can do is get your specifications that you made in Criterion B and align them up in Criterion D and say, right, we finished our product. Did we still do everything in the specification? And put in there yes, no, maybe grade it out of 5. So you can say maybe one of the specifications was that it's interesting for 14-year-olds. Now maybe some of your 14-year-olds didn't like it, so you can say give it maybe a 3 out of 5 or maybe a 4 out of 5. Yeah. So step 1 to do your specifications, make a table of 3 columns, copy all your specifications from Criterion B into the first column, and say whether or not you've achieved that specification and explain why. That's the important bit here, explain why. And you'll probably come up with a chart that looks something like this with the list of your specifications in here. Now, this is another strand, the last 2 strands that you have to do for Criterion C, and I will be really looking for this. This is actually the most important part of Criterion D, and it's the reason we do it. If you were to make this marketing campaign again, what improvements would you make? And that's what good designers do. They don't just produce stuff, put it out there, and then say, this is what I've done, I love it, it's fantastic, because everything I do is fantastic, I know that for sure. But your customers might not think the same. And so if you want to be a successful designer, you'll ask your customers, what did you like, what did you not like, and then you'll improve it for the next time you did it. So make a list of the improvements you'd make, and also The second one is, has your product in any way affected your intended audience? So, for example, is somebody now interested in joining your campaign? Maybe you got 1,000 hits on YouTube. I don't know, to see if somebody, if you inspired people, yeah? So here's an example of the list of improvements. Now, this time next week, actually 6 days' time, on the 8th of June, you'll be asked to hand in everything. So publish your video and copy a link into the design folder at the end of creating the solution. Save your document as a PDF and then give it that name. Don't forget to do it in this order, don't misspell it, and I will make sure that there is a link uploaded, or a link in Magister that you can upload your design folder and your product, yeah? So we're kind of at the end of the video. Don't forget, I will be doing a video for how to hand in things next week, so look out for that. Like and subscribe if you want to be updated with my fantastic videos. And that's it. We're online right now. Let us know if you've got any questions.